issue,
a litigant before your lordships.
ask him to file an affidavit, then I have nothing to do with it.
No, it's your client. You have to ask.
I don't know.
He
You are
must
making
file
an
an
allegation.
affidavit.
I
He
don't
do
know.
not support terrorism.
Let them reflect on it.
I don't mind. Take it on the pleadings, ask him to file an affidavit.
is
I
on-
may
it
not,
is on
it may not
affidavit.
appear for him. I don't know, Manoj. Why am I, what have I am not to answer what an allegation that is made.
Because Mr. Sibal, when he invokes the jurisdiction of our court under Article 32 of the Constitution, he therefore necessarily abides by and owes allegiance to the Constitution.
And he's a member of the Lok Sabha. He is
How
sworn
does
to the
that matter?
Constitution
You
of
know-
India. He's a citizen of
But
India.
that's an-
How
one
does that
second,
matter?
Mr. Sibal. But that's an, one second. That's a submission, Mr. Sibal. But we want to have it from him that he unconditionally accepts that Jammu and Kashmir is an integral part of India, and that he abides by and owes allegiance to the Constitution.
Of course. Then
And
no doubt
does
about
not
it. He has
support
sworn to it. When he
terrorism
became a member of the Lok Sabha. Manoj.
Just-
He swore to it.
Mr. Sibal, because then when you argue and you accept, as far as sovereignty is concerned, you accept the sovereignty of the,
Of course.
number one, the people of India. Number two, that JNK is integral part of India. When you argue, your client says something outside the court, something different to it, there's
But-
contradiction.
But
And
still,
probably then, he's also accepting there was a issue and a problem which had to be dealt
Manoj,
with.
if I start, Manoj, recounting,
No, I'm not saying
what
that,
may
so
have
be
happened-
clear on that.
Manoj, it will unnecessarily lead only, Manoj, to a media coverage. Let us not go that route. We are arguing a pure constitutional issue.
No.
If, Manoj, there is a speaker of the BJP who was present there when this allegedly happened. There are some people who asked him to say something which he did not say. Why do you want me to go into all this?
No, please go into it. I have no difficulty. Lord, there is
It
an
is not
affidavit.
part of the record. It has been withdrawn. It has been deleted from the record. It is said in the, what is all this? It is said in the assembly, the
Affidavit of Mr.
BJP
Judge says-
speaker was there. It was speaker not of his party. The BJP speaker was there. He was asked to say something which people ask other people to say on the streets of this country. Why do we want to go into this?
No, Lord, he would insist, Lord, he must go in.
Therefore, we accept.
Of
we-
course,
we-
but
we-
unconditionally.
we proceed on the basis that he's willing to file an affidavit before our court saying that, well, he owes allegiance like every other Indian citizen to
course.
the Constitution of India, and that Jammu and Kashmir is an integral
Of
part
course,
of the
Manoj,
country.
Manoj,
because-
first of all, one
Aspect,
second.
Lord, I'm sorry for
Will
the
you
interruption.
allow me
Another
to-
aspect,
I
the
think so,
affidavit
yes.
mentions that in all public speeches of petitioner number one, he supports separatist elements and other elements. Let him say he does not support secessionism and terrorism. No citizen of this country can have any objection in filing that affidavit.
There's
That
another
I did
petitioner,
not support
Justice Masoodi.
terrorism and
There's
secessionism.
another petitioner, Justice Masoodi. Please allow me to argue.
No, that's-
For Justice Masoodi.
that's-
You want to take any action
that's
against the
very
gentleman, you
unfair.
take
That's
action.
Unfair to us.
Please don't derail a pure legal submission.
We'll hear you from Mr. Lone as well. There's no difficulty.
He wants to have
He has come to our court. We are more than duty bound to hear his submissions, and we are in the course of hearing his submissions. All that we want to say is, like everyone else here, because we have had people from across the political spectrum in Jammu and Kashmir who have presented rival viewpoints before us, different perspectives, which is welcome. That's why we are here to resolve those issues. But all of them have come here in one spirit, which is that they abide by the integrity of
You
the.
cannot be a member of the Lok Sabha and be a member there without abiding by the Constitution and an oath of office that I abide by the Constitution of India. He has to take that oath because he enters the Lok Sabha, as we all do.
That's for
And there's an affidavit filed there, Manoj. How can that be? But be that as it may, Manoj, I did not know of this fact till this morning. Somebody
Please
raised
ask
it,
him to
Manoj.
file a short affidavit before us, a one-page affidavit. That's all that is necessary.
No, we are giving a copy to Mr. Sibal's client.
We'll give the
Everybody has to
affidavit.
serve.
There is no,
All right, we'll
there's
then-
no question, Manoj. I would not stand here. If he doesn't give it, I would not stand here arguing for him.
So before we close the argument,
Yeah.
tomorrow, just ask him to file a one-page affidavit. That's all that we.
Yes,
Taken
and
on
I
this
would
level,
request
we have
Mr. Sibal to insist to his client that no citizen would have any objection in saying that I do not support terrorism and
What is all
separatist
this?
activity. Let him say that, or say that I
Let's-
will
what
not
is all
say
this?
this.
What
Let
is
it
all,
clear.
what is all this?
Which he is supporting.
What is all this?
That's
Well, we will certainly, Malaj,
So we'll convey this to him and he will file a short affidavit.
because had I known this, I would have myself,
See
Yes.
what affidavit.
Anyway.
will you allow
we'll
me?
see Tomorrow.
2:30,
Once.
half
Yes,
an hour is
yes,
lost just on this.
Mr. Sibal, yes.
It's not just on this, Malad. It is a serious issue.
What is
the
a serious
nature
issue?
is
But do you want me to say something that I shouldn't say in court?
Well, he wants his fundamental rights to be enforced in his.
There are, everybody has fundamental rights in this
But
country,
you take a
including
concrete angle.
including those who on the streets you vilify.
They are also wrong.
So then it's all right, then you should apologize for them.
All right. Yes, Mr.
So let's not, let me argue the case,
They
please.
are not.
Mr.
They
Sibal,
will
I
not
think the
represent
case,
them.
sir.
Mr. Solicitor, we have indicated to Mr.
Your
Sibal,
lordship
let
have
him
indicated
now
to
open
me.
the argument.
I
Let him
made a
open the
commitment that there will be an
argument. Yes,
affidavit.
Mr. Sibal, you open the argument now.
Yes, please. So, Malaz, this case has been argued at different levels. And Malaz, I was somewhat pained when one counsel argued that we respect the sentiments of the people of Jammu and Kashmir. But you must also respect our sentiments. Now, Malaz, I think that we cannot reduce this case to an emotive majoritarian interpretation of the Constitution of India. Whereas all residents in Jammu and Kashmir are citizens of India, they are as a part of India as anybody else. If historically there is an article of the Constitution that gives them certain rights, Mullahs, they are entitled to defend that as a matter of law.
Yes.
That those rights may be taken away, may not be taken away constitutionally or without reference to the Constitution is another matter. But to say that you must respect our sentiments as if they are somebody else itself is creating a kind of chasm that shouldn't be created, especially in court. That's number one. Number two, Malaj, and I adopt Mr. Salve's argument, was concerned with the interpretation of 370. Read the text, understand the context, and interpret 370. I entirely agree with that. And that's exactly what I'm going to do before your lordships. Number three, Malaj, if you look at the history of India in that context, Malaj, you will find that Jammu and Kashmir had no links with the rest of India, geographically. No links. No part of the territory of Jammu and Kashmir was linked to the rest of India. And the two principles on the basis of which accession had to take place